Hey everyone, I hope y'all can hear me. I am cutting some ribbons right now to put in medium flat rate boxes. What are you guys up to? I keep trying to do live here as early as I can and I just keep failing. It's messed up. My husband's calling. Unmute the microphone. One, two, three, four. So some box will have a, I don't know, I want to say at least 20 yards rolled ribbons. But I'm trying to give you guys variety, so I'm cutting at least 5 yards and putting it in boxes. Because especially if you're like, if you are maybe starting a hair bow business, or you're using grosgrain ribbon for other crafts, and you need 3 to 4 yards. So having 5 yards rolls or 5 yard cuts is definitely, beneficial. That way, in case something goes wrong, you'll always have that extra yard, and you don't, end up messing your project or not finishing your project. Because I know when I was buying ribbons, when I was starting over, when I was starting hair bows, I was like, I always wanted to buy minimum of 5 yards. Um, so, and some boxes will have, you know, bigger rolls of ribbons. It just really depends. Um, so yeah. And it's gonna be a variety of prints. So you don't have to worry about like, you know, getting well, season wise. So it's gonna have Christmas, it's gonna have fall, it's gonna have Halloween, it's gonna have 4th of July, it's gonna have birthday, like this one that says happy birthday. It's gonna have some of that. It's gonna have St. Patrick's. It's gonna be, you know, like a good variety of prints. I might have at least 2 boxes of mix solids and prints. This one is an Easter print. See, it's an egg. It's on a light pink grosgrain ribbon. It's too tight. But yeah, most of them will have 5-yard cuts. I know I had, well, I think I still have some. The 2-3 yard cuts. I just don't remember where they are right now. But I know I have some. And then I'm gonna pack some glitter canvases, faux leather. Also mixed patterns. I'm not gonna stay for too long here. I just wanted to, you know, drop by and show you guys some updates, behind the scene updates. I posted something on TikTok yesterday, or no, not yesterday, I think 2 days ago, and the video didn't really get like a lot of views until yesterday. It got like 1,500 views, and it was the US designer ribbons, the one I showed you 2 nights ago, I think. Yeah, I'm hoping that somebody will just, you know, buy it so I don't have to separate them or I don't have to cut them. But I have at least 4 people asking about them, and I told them that tomorrow I'll go through it and, you know, see if somebody's willing to buy the whole thing or want to buy the whole thing, and if not, then I'll just divide it into 4, or Depends on how much they want per print and per color. But yeah, that's what's happening right now. And at the same time, we are packing up the house. I'm trying to help my husband pack as much things as possible before I leave. And it's actually kind of perfect because we are having I think I already mentioned it, a garage sale in the neighborhood. So things that we are not taking with us, we're just gonna sell it. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are like typing anything on the chat, because it's not like on my phone. When I did live on my phone the other day, I was able to see chats, but every time I do it I do live on this what do you call this, on this tablet, I don't see it. So I don't know what is going on. Let me check. So I see I have 2 viewers. Hi! Happy Sunday, if it's Sunday wherever you are. Where are you watching from? It's already almost 12. Can you believe that? It's ridiculous. Nice. What's the weather there, Rebecca? Here in Nebraska, it went a little cuckoo. It got cold the other day. It was like 40 in the morning, and then it went up to like, I want to say at least 60, and then it went back down again at around 5 or 6 p.m. It's like, because I'm doing, my 5-mile daily walk, and I was just wearing a shirt, and after like 2 miles or 2 miles and a half, I was starting to like feel it. I was like, oh my gosh, it's cold. But yeah, tomorrow morning I'm definitely gonna wake up early. I'm gonna go through the Felties. I'm gonna ask my husband and my daughter to help me out with those. We're just gonna put them in Ziploc bags, like 20 Felties, 50 Felties, 100 Felties. And of course, the more Felties there are in a bag, the less, or I don't know how to say it. It's like the more Felties you buy, or the more supplies you buy, the more discounts you get. I'm just, trying to sell as much as I can. That way we don't have to bring a lot when we move. What time is it there now? Do we have the same time zone? Because it's 11 here now in Omaha. I just messed it up. The chat disappeared. Oh, there you go. So yeah, same. Why are you still up? Are you working? Or like, on a break? Ever since I started, when I worked at post office, and I had like, variety of shifts, whenever I see people who's still awake at like 11, 12, or 1, I'm like, graveyard shift. It could be because they can't sleep, but in my mindset is like, oh, graveyard shift. It's ridiculous. I don't know how to stop it anymore. What was the other update? Yeah, somebody was asking, hopefully you'll see this stream later, if I'm selling the tools I have. And yes, I am, but I'm just gonna sell it locally because that way I can, give it to somebody for really, really cheap. Because they're not heavy. Well, they're not that heavy for like individual tubes, but they take so much room to ship. And the shipping cost is, I don't even want to think about it right now. For clays, I think I have enough that I can awesome. You can get some rest, hopefully. I definitely did not miss working for the post office. I mean, I enjoyed working with people. I met some really good people there. But yeah, it was crazy. Like one day you come in at 11 a.m. The next day they tell you to come in at 8 a.m. The next day they make you come in at 1 p.m. And like at first I didn't mind. That was the reason why I stopped. I was working on uploading more videos and doing like craft shows and stuff, and then Rona hit and business was slow. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go get a job. And the first place I applied to was post office. And then I got the job. So I was like, okay, I'll start. And it was December. I started working there December, which is apparently not like the best time to start, I guess, unless if you're really into working a lot of overtime. And obviously the more overtime you do, the more money you make. But at the same time, if your body's not used to it, it's like, what's the point of making this much money if you're too sore and if you're too tired to even spend it? So yeah. It was, but it was definitely an experience. Would I recommend working for the post office right now? Depends. Depends on if you need money. Definitely there's money there. Because I think I was a PSE. I think now the starting salary for PSE is like $20. Um, but yeah, the only thing I did not like if you apply or if you happen to get the job during Christmas, there's a big chance that they will let you go after Christmas. And then, yeah. Because I started at the plant and then I got sent down to a station. And I was not informed that they don't do training. They just like, throw you in the pit. Well, there's a little bit of like training at the station compared to the plant. But this is sticky. I hate it when people use tape and ribbons because they get sticky. But anyways, yeah. I don't even know why I started talking about post office now. Just went down to that rabbit hole. So yeah, here is an example, you guys. So this is a 50 yards roll, right? It's not always continuous. You will have a I'm gonna mispronounce this thing. Breakage. Breakage? Oh my god, I can't. It's one of those words that just, no matter how try, oh my god, how hard I try. This is ridiculous. How hard I try to pronounce it properly, I just can't. I keep mixing it up. It's like with my F and my P. I still mix them. But yeah, there is a break. It's not a continuous thing. And what they do is they tape it. And it's basically just to continue the print. Sometimes they would even like put a staple in here, which is not always nice, because if you're not paying attention and then you're just doing this when you're measuring ribbon, it can cut you. So yes, this is the only time I appreciate the tape. But when they use the tape to seal the roll to stop it from unraveling, that's when I hate the tape. I don't know, just ranting random stuff right now. But yeah. It's, oh, this one is not that sticky. I'll just cut it anyways. I don't want you guys to be like, oh, what is this sticky shits? But yeah, it's a tape. Depends. I mean, you know what? You could actually, you might end up getting, or you might be assigned to a nice facility, with awesome coworkers, good management. Because, they're not all, it's just like any other jobs. You'll have those bad apples and whatnot. But, yeah. Right now, majority is just a lot of negative things. Because even if you, like, block the drama thing, it's the the management will make drama for you. Because there's a couple of people that like, you know, I'm just here to work. I don't care about all this drama, blah, blah, blah. And then, yeah. Next thing you know, after 2-3 months, they left. And if you are like a PSE after, so there's two ways you become regular or converted to regular. And when you're regular, you know, it's a lot better. You got better benefits than non-regular, obviously. You get another pay raise. You get to bid jobs, location, transfer location. What else? What's the other perks? Management can't just like, you know, shit on you because you're regular now. But if you're not regular yet, but yeah, so the other ways to get converted other than waiting 2 years, because after 2 years they have to convert you into a regular. Because the PSE one, I think the contract is only every year. So like after 1 year, your contract expires. So they have to, well, that's when they can renew you or let you go after 1 year. It just depends. But I'm pretty sure they'll renew anybody right now because, you know, they're short. Everybody is short staff. All kinds of businesses is short staff. So definitely they will renew you. And then after your 2nd year, they have to convert you to regular. But in your area, there's also a list. What's the name of that list? Can't remember right now. But yeah, there's a list where you don't have to wait 2 years to get converted. The list keeps rolling. They convert people every so often, and then some people quit. Majority of people quit actually, because sometimes even if there are like the 3rd person to get converted, they quit. Like they can't put up with the shit anymore and they quit. So yeah, the list always goes like this. It keeps rolling up, rolling up. But yeah, if you can just, you know, keep up with their BS and you really want to become a regular, it's a good way to do it. Or apply as a custodian, because custodian apparently, which I did not know at that time where I applied as a PSE, is a career position. So you don't have to be freaking waiting 2 years or wait for that list to go up to become regular or get converted to regular. And if you like delivering packages, they have open position for CCA, which is a city carrier assistant. There's also the RCA, the rural carrier assistant. A lot of people though will tell you go for CCA if possible. They are paid by the hour compared to the RCA. And right now, I think they are, what do you call that, cutting a lot of hours on the RCA side. At least that's what I saw on Facebook groups. Because there's, you know, some Facebook groups for non-career post office worker. That's where, you know, people rant about their days, their experience. People who were like, yeah, I'm gonna freaking quit today. F this, and blah, blah. But yeah. It's a different kind of world. Although, I almost forgot, some PSE will only get like freaking 4 hours of work in a day, which I don't know why, because that's not full time. I don't know what people say that's not freaking full time. 4 hours of work a day, that's not full time. Especially if you have bills to pay. And some of them have like 2 hours a week or 2 hours a day, which is even worse. Unless if you have other jobs, then maybe it's, you know, viable. But if that's your only job, and then they decide, oh, you're gonna go home, we're gonna send you home, you've been here for four hours. Because I don't know what's the guaranteed hours for PSE. I don't know if it's 2 hours or 4 hours. But yeah. Or you can also become what do you call that? You know, the window clerks. Which I'm confused on that one though, because some people will start as PSE before they become a window clerk. They're the kind of PSE that they get the training. Because I know some PSEs that converted into regular, but never got a chance to train on the window. And you have to be window trained to work in the window. But yeah. Happy birthday ribbon. The print on this one's really nice. If the print is blurry, I won't sell it to you. I'm not gonna put it in any box. I might keep it to practice on it later when I have time again to, you know, make bows. Hopefully next year. Yeah, I'm not gonna delete this channel, because I do like making videos, like, you know, tutorials. Like I said, it's just like I got busy, Rona hit, things went down the drain. So yeah. I'm hoping I'm hoping I'll have enough time to do some of the what do you call that? You know, when some people make videos to like answer the most frequently asked questions, I want to do that, because I know a lot of people are asking, especially like the wooden dies, like this one here. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, the steel roll die. If you have Sizzix, or yeah, Sizzix, this is the die you use. A lot of people were asking where I got it, how much, what it looks like, does it cut good, all that stuff. But usually I leave links in the description box of where I get the stuff. And I don't get anything from it, except if it's a Amazon affiliate, then I might get like, I don't know, 5 cents, 1 cent if somebody purchased something. But yeah, because, you know, it's nice to help people whenever they're like, especially when they're starting their business. And you know, I don't know, it's just nice to have a place. I mean, there are a lot of people that make videos on these similar topics. I'll be right back. I gotta get some ribbons to cut. Okay, I'm back. Yay! We got 3 people now. How are you doing? Before I end the stream, I'm gonna show you guys at least 2 of the boxes that I'm working on. I'm trying to, fill up right now. Um, I'm gonna post them on Facebook groups, Facebook Marketplace, and yeah, go from there. So what was I saying earlier? I don't remember. I'm just rambling random stuff. Sheesh, I can't even remember. Rebecca, can you share where you work right now? If not, it's totally fine. I understand. Internet is not like the safest place. But yeah, if you want to give it a try, give it a try. Do it before Christmas. Unless if you want like a bunch of overtime. Because if you like overtime, it's pretty good. How is your shop there? Because I know the one we have here, there's at least 2 in my area. They're always short staff. Like whenever I go there, oh my gosh, I see the cashier's face. They're just so tired. But they still try to put the smiley face. And I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. That's something. That fighting spirit right there is unbelievable. Because when I'm like exhausted, I look like a freaking zombie that's so high on caffeine. And luckily, when I was working at the post office, I wasn't, Oh, you're leaving. 9 years? That's pretty long. Ooh, that's not easy. Are you gonna like, what is that like? Do you get like some sort of retirement from that? Because that's 9 years. That's a lot. That's a lot of years. Yeah, I went from I went from school, or I was working on getting well, I wanted to go for nursing. It was always my mother's dream for me. And because you see, I'm a Filipina, and they always do a lot of jokes like, oh, Filipina, either a nurse or a teacher, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I wanted to be a nurse. And I don't know, after like 2 years, I was getting the prereqs for it, and then I was like, you know what, it's not really for me. So I went for social worker, and then Rona hit. I only need like 1 semester, or basically 4 classes to get my associate's degree in social worker. And yeah, Rona hit, And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a break for just one semester. And that one semester turned into 2 semester, and then from 2 semester it just progressed from there. So I was like, and at that time when I was going to school, I was making, or I was, doing hair accessories and other stuff as a part-time job. um and yeah, it got worse and worse. The sales were really slow, and I was like, yeah, that's when I decided. I was like, you know what, let me get a job. And that's when I end up working at the post office. And then um, I started working at the post office December of 2001, and then I left November. You don't get anything from those 9 years? Damn. Really? What is like their minimum thing? 15 years? Like, as in nothing? You don't even get an incentive for working for them for 9 years? That's a bummer. Company should do something. Like, if you pass 5 years, at least something. I don't know. Yeah, 9 years. Especially during the receiving one. How many hours are you on your feet on a daily basis? I mean, I know somebody who I met at the post office that used to work for, what is that group? Lovely Group something. They basically, sell, what do you call that? Skincare stuff. But he said he was like, it's like it was like an office setting. Like, they do a lot of walking here and there, but at least 6 hours, yeah. Well, at the post office, if you are gonna be a PSE, you're gonna be on your feet for 6 hours to 8 hours, 10 hours, or even 12 hours. Especially on holidays. On holidays, it's usually 12 hours. There's a lot of overtime in holidays, like Christmas holidays. Because they get really busy. Now, the bummer part is, when it's Christmas, the overtime is not... Well, I don't want to mix it. I don't want to give you the wrong information, but as far as I remember, when it's not Christmas, there's the penalty if you go overtime, if you go 10 hours, like you go over 8 hours, I think it's time and a half. So let's say you're making $20 for regular hours. When you go overtime, that becomes, $30 instead of 20. And then if you go over, is it 60 hours a week? Or if you hit 60 hours a week or something. Let me see mine. Yeah, like I said, that's when you make a lot of money during holiday, or not during holiday itself, because they do cut off the the double time, the penalty. There's still overtime, but not double time. Double time is where, you know, where you end up getting a pretty good check. What was I gonna look up? So yeah, 48 hours a week. If you get 8 hours a day, right? And what do you call that? When it's not Christmas, if you go over 48 hours, which is very likely, at least when I was working at the station, I get 58, I work 58 hours a week, sometimes 60 hours a week. So I get double time. Of course, management don't like it when you do that. They prefer you finish the job for less amount of time, which is unrealistic, especially when you're lifting heavy packages by yourself. But you know how it is. I don't know if they added or if they raised the pay for PSE again, because when I was there, and I only worked less than a year, right? There was 2 raises, because I went from 18 something dollars an hour to 19, almost $20, and then when I left, like couple of weeks after that, maybe, or even a month, that's when the pay started. The pay starts. It went up to $20 an hour, 20 something dollars. Let me check how much is it now. PSE. What the heck? I just googled it, and then it says the estimated total pay for a PS email processing clerk at U.S. Postal Service is $17. Oh, UPS, not USPS. Come on, Google. How much is the hourly rate? Come on, where is it? Did I just mess up how to look things up now? It's not 17.19. They can't be fucking decreasing pay by now. This is weird. Yeah, it's pretty much similar to PSE, because with PSE the truck comes in. Well, if you're in a station, the truck comes in, you know, post office, USPS packages, you process USPS, which is your own packages, and you also process UPS, and then you also process Amazon, and Amazon is like freaking Monday through freaking Sunday. That's how ridiculous it is. I don't know if that changed. I don't know if Amazon decreased the amount of packages they sent to the post office, because when I was there, we processed it morning and then Sunday. which we ended up calling Amazon Sunday. So we process nothing but Amazon. Let me go to Facebook group. I think that'll give me a better answer than freaking Google. Oh, you know what? Why am I doing this? I can just go to the USPS website and look up from there. But yeah, so the truck comes in, they will, put it in like either big boxes or in a, like, we call it this wire cage. It's got wheels in it, so you push it around, and then they will have and this is the station setting. It's a little bit different at the plant. So at the station, it's bins that goes to, carriers. Each carrier will have their bins, and then you basically scan the package with this giant scanner, and it'll tell you where it goes based on the zip code. Well, if you're in a office setting, it's gonna be based on not just the zip code but also the address, because you'll have rural area, you'll have city area, and then you sort it and you put it in all in the bins. Sometimes they're pretty heavy because you have people that order litter box, or not litter box, the litter online, and yeah, or people order rocks. I've seen things that are like, I didn't know you can ship these things, but yeah, they can. Oh, there's also a another position, which is the mail handler. They're paid less than PSE clerks, but they are usually in hubs or at the plant, not in the station. But yeah, they get paid less, and their job is more physically demanding as well. Let's see, you are in Texas. Well, it doesn't matter where you are though. The pay is the same. You could be in freaking Hawaii and the pay is PSE pay is still the same. So they have one. I'm gonna look up the one in McKinney, Texas, for the PSE. Yeah, so the PSE starting salary now, and you're paid bi-weekly, is $20.05. Like I said, it just depends on the location where you at. You could be assigned in a station that's small, and when it's a small station, you typically get less hours. But yeah, if you are interested, I definitely go for um what do you call that? Be a window, be trained in window, or become a window clerk. Especially if you're a social person. Yeah, I think that's the best way. Oh, there's a lot of jobs right now that's, open though. Are you planning to like um get a new job right away, or are you gonna take some time off? Gotcha. I would check other places first. Unless if working for the post office sounds okay for you, and you want to give it a try. Good shoes is definitely gonna be your best friend. You probably already know that, since you're always in your on your feet 6 hours a day. And if you're interested on like the carrier side, definitely suggest City Carrier. They do a lot of walking though, but like right now, the rural carrier side, they're getting hit pretty hard. So they decrease their hours. I don't know why, because they're already short staffed. It's not like decreasing the hours would make sense if they're overstaffed, but they're not. You know. Because I know when after I left post office, I was like, I'm gonna take a break. I need some vacation. My body is pretty beat up. But I was also not used to that kind of job too, you know. I mean, I've had physically demanding jobs before. Um, but it's been a while. It's been a while since I've had those, and then I jumped in post office. So yeah, when I left, I was like, I'm gonna go back to school, or even just get my freaking, or just get a CNA license, and then just be a CNA for a while. Maybe explore the um, healthcare. But I was like, I'm almost 30 at that time. I'm 30 now. But I was like, you know what? I'm almost 30. And there is one um, dream job career that I really wanted since I was a kid. I never got a chance to get it um, because in the Philippines they had different um, requirements. And so, yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna join the army. So I did. I did. So let's see how this goes. But I'm in it for a long time. You know, it's definitely not a something like when I decided to work at the post office. I have been wanting to do it, and now I got the chance. I got in. I'm gonna do the training and do the job. And in that way, I actually appreciate, working at the post office because I got to work, you know, heavily, physically. That helped me lose weight as well. Um, that way when I go to training, my body's not shocked like, oh my God, what the hell did you do? Why did you decide to do this? Because I'm already used to the heavy stuff. It's definitely not going to be a light thing compared to post office, the training. But at least I won't have like shock kind of thing going on. So yeah, I'm leaving for basic training next month. And then later I will, finish, get my degree. But for now, I'm just gonna enjoy the job. Yeah, I have a lot of list, or I have a lot of stuff on my list. As soon as I get the chance, I'm gonna start making, the videos I've wanted to make here. Like things that I learned running my own business, what I would have done differently, how to source your supplies internationally or nationwide, kind of stuff. I'm gonna try to make again like at least the Q&A version, and then do the tips later. That way there's something on this channel that you guys can watch. Yep. I'm also gonna do a giveaway too before I leave. Craft supplies giveaway. And probably finished products too. The thing is, I don't have a lot of stuff. I mean, I still have finished product stuff, but not like a whole lot of variety left anymore. I have hair bows, headbands, scrunchies, hair clips, earrings, and key fob bracelet key fobs. I don't know what you call that. and bookmarks. That's pretty much it. That's what I have left for finish. Oh, bad trails. I still have some bad trails. Man, I lost a lot of money selling bad trails 2 years ago. Yeah, the Etsy thing. I gotta make a video for that. I'm just not ready to make the Etsy video right now because I'm still pretty pissed off about Etsy. And I don't want to make a video when I am so emotionally, you know, affected. Because then my views is just gonna be so biased, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to be making video to like just make people not go try Etsy. Because there's already other people doing that. Why you should not sell on Etsy. I don't want to add on that one. But yeah, Etsy is another can of worm that I'm gonna open soon. What I can tell anybody watching right now that's planning to sell on Etsy is a advice that a lot of people say. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. I should have listened to that, but I didn't. So I had to learn the lesson the hard way. Although I think it's been a couple of years now, but I've been hearing that Etsy is basically like eBay now too. Just, you know, a little bit pricier than eBay. Well, I'm gonna end this live soon. I really appreciate you, Rebecca, for hanging out with me. And the other person who's watching, whoever you are, appreciate you watching too. But yeah, I'm gonna try and do live early tomorrow. Although tomorrow it's gonna be a little bit more of moving around here instead of sitting around and cutting ribbons. But yeah, I am gonna go to sleep so I can wake up early. What I mean by early is probably 9 freaking a.m. again. I need to stop doing that thing. I was supposed to be starting to wake up like not 5 a.m. but like at least 6 a.m. Because I know in basic training they wake up pretty early. But yeah, I have less than what is today? 21st? 22nd. Yeah, and then I'll leave for basic on the 13th next month. So I have a little bit over 2 weeks. So yeah. I also need to stop drinking caffeine because I won't have coffee for a while. Basic training is 10 weeks. So I won't have coffee. That's for sure. Probably no rice. I don't know. Because rice is life for me. Even though I don't eat rice every day anymore because I have to, you know, slow down on that to lose weight. Rice is still life. And pretty much any Asian can relate to that, and anybody who eats rice on a regular basis. Because, you know, rice is rice. But yeah. I'm gonna have to start drinking tea. Ginger tea, ginger lemon tea. I've been running a lot too. And you know what's crazy? Hey, there's 3 people now. Hi. What do you call that? Yeah, before, when was it? I uploaded a video because I have a second channel, my personal channel, where I post random stuff. I posted it in there. It was still fall. Was it fall? No, it was already it was still winter, I think. Yeah, it was definitely not fall. It was winter, I think. But anyways, yeah, I started running. That was after I left, post office, and when I decided to join the army. And one of the thing they do is running. So I was like, yeah, I need to work on that before I even, talk to a recruiter at all, because I was also overweight, like overweight. I'm still chunky, but I thankfully met the measurement, the body measurement thing. I don't know what it's called, because there's 2 ways. They will weigh you, and if you don't weigh, or if you don't pass the weight by the, or scale thing, they will tape you and see your body fat percentage, and then they'll determine if they're gonna send you to the program to lose weight, because the army started the program thing, I think last year, August. But yeah, so I was like, you know what, before I even think of talking to a recruiter, I'm gonna lose some weight. And because I was also like, I don't want to be like walking to the recruiter's office and then recruiter look at me like, lose some weight and then come talk to me. I didn't want to, like, I didn't want that to happen to me, because like I would be just really embarrassed and probably like, yeah, maybe this is not right for me. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna lose some weight and then I'll go talk to a recruiter. So I started running, and I'm not kidding, you guys. First off, I wasn't really into running at all ever since when I was young. Because, like, I was one of those kids that can't run. Like, you see me running, especially downhill. I would be like few seconds into running, and then next thing you know, I'd be rolling downhill. Like, I was that kind of kid. I was skinny, but I just didn't know how to run. I suck at, what is that? The Tag Your It game here? Yeah, I can't do that shit. So, um, yeah, so I started running, and then 30 seconds was my maximum. After 30 seconds, I was like dying. I didn't know how to breathe. It felt like I can't breathe at all. I was like, in my mouth, I could taste some sort of blood, or I could smell some sort of blood, whatever. Um, but yeah, that was it. Like, yeah, 30 seconds of running. I was just like, I can't do it. So I had to keep pushing and pushing. Um, at that time, what I did was, it was a very slow progress. I would run at least twice a week for 30 freaking seconds. That was it. I mean, I do other cardio, like 2-mile walk, um, elliptical. I'd go treadmill, I'd go swimming, and then I would do weight lift. I watch what I was eating, all that stuff. But yeah, the running portion of it, I was like, oh my god, I don't know if I can do this. I can't even run 1 minute. 30 seconds was my max. So I had to continue doing it, and then I think, believe it or not, I think it was on the second week that I was able to run 1 minute. And then that's when I was like, oh, you know what? If I can do this, I don't care if it takes me months to be able to run up to, I don't know, 15 minutes. I'm going to keep pushing. So I went from running that first week, I was running like 30 seconds, 3 times a week. The next week, I increased it and I was able to run for like 1 minute. And again, this is still like, I was like dying. Um, and then I went to a park nearby, and it's a 3 mile, I think. Yeah, it's a 3 mile one way. I tried running it, and I was able to run 5 minutes. Like, it was a lot of pushing. Like, I had to keep talking to myself, like, bitch, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And then at the same time, I also listened to my body. I didn't want to push myself too far to the point of hurting myself, because then that won't do me any good. And then after that 5 minutes, I was able to run for 8 minutes. And then I stopped running because I got sidetracked doing other things. I got into weightlifting, because I started seeing, muscles. Because I was like, I used to have just panda muscles. If you guys look, if you're new here, you've never seen me before on this channel, not on my personal one. On this channel, I was doing tutorial, some live or maybe unboxing video, whatever. I look chunky, like panda bear chunky. It was like there's some muscle, but it was hiding. But yeah, when I started doing the weight lift, I started seeing, what do you call that, like, like muscles. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep doing this. So I slowed down on my cardio and switched to freaking running, or switched to, um weightlifting. And yeah, I should have not done that, because when I started running again, after, I think I didn't run for almost a month, because during that time too, we went on a short vacation, and then I kind of messed up my diet and activity. And then I started running again, and my max was like 2 minutes, which is still better than 30 seconds, obviously. But if I didn't stop, if I just continued, I would have probably been doing a lot better, and it would be, more beneficial. So yeah, I went into that diet, lose weight, gain, lose weight, gain weight, lose weight. It was that circle thing going on. And then, when I finally talked to the recruiter, yeah, I was like, yeah, I know I still have to lose some weight. And they told me, I know there's a program you can try. I was like, yeah, but at the same time, I want to try and not do the program. And well, kind of works out too, because I had to get a waiver, which I will talk about later on my personal vlog. I ended up having waivers, so there was a lot of delays. So I had enough time to, lose the weight. But right now, it's still going like this. Like, I would lose weight, and then I'd gain some, lose again, gain some. I don't know. But yeah, just keep going. I just kept going and kept going. And then after 4 months, no, less than 4 months, because I started the process, what, December? No, I started the process, crap, I can't remember. November. When is Thanksgiving? November, right? Yeah, it was a week before Thanksgiving, I think. And then by, I want to say, March or maybe February. I'm terrible with remembering things. But yeah, I was able to run for 35 minutes on a treadmill, but outdoor. I was able to run for 25 minutes without stopping. So I was like, yes. So now my goal is run 2 miles. If I can push myself a little bit more, run, for 3 miles. But doing some, what do you call that? Leg workout too. It kind of sucks because when I do after the leg day, the next day my legs hurt so much to run. So I've been trying to figure out how to do it. But at the same time, I'm running out of time because again, I'm leaving next month for basic. So yeah, I'm just doing as much physical cardio stuff as I can to, you know, prepare my body. That way I don't fail. Um, but yeah, that was crazy. I went from 30 seconds to 35 minutes on a treadmill. I do notice though it is different. I mean, it's boring running on treadmill. It's freaking boring as heck. But at the same time, I think it's because it's the same, it's the same, what do you call that? Texture. I don't know what to say. But yeah, it's not like outside where you have a little bit of a hill, uphill, downhill. The road or the sidewalk is not, because I don't run on the track. I run like around the parks or around the neighborhood, and sometimes some of our neighbors have this like really hilly driveway or where the sidewalk is, and yeah, I think that's the reason why I can't run as long as I can compared to treadmill. So see, I just talk random stuff. Earlier I was talking about post office, and then now I'm talking about running. And I was supposed to be ending the stream like, I don't know, 20 minutes ago. But yeah, I thought I'd just, share that. In case anybody, if you or some of you or somebody you know is trying to lose weight or just get active again or something like that, and you think like, running, you want to start running again, and sometimes, or if whenever maybe you want to start running, you tried it and then you were like, screw this, it's too much. Yeah, just keep trying, but at the same time, listen to your body. If it's hurting your knees, if it's hurting your legs, don't push it, because you don't want to hurt yourself. You can try walking more first before you start running, because that was the one of the advice I saw when I was like looking into start running. It was walking. At first I was irritated because I was like, why can't I run more than 30 seconds without feeling like it's the end of my life? When I work at the post office 12 hours 6 to 7 days a week, like, and then I would get like 25-30K steps, but I can't run. So yeah, breathing had a lot to do with it too, like learning how to breathe, control your breathing. Because before I know I sounded like a I don't know if any of you are like on TikTok or Facebook Reels. They have this thing like where they put a text like, what, oh, like, what happens when you forget to mute or something, and somebody's supposedly hiking and they're just like they're, they're not doing that breathing, like they're out of breath. And yeah, that's what it sounded like. And I was like, I don't think running is for me. So anyways, yeah, it's a good thing. Like now just thinking about it makes me giggle. I mean, it's just embarrassing, especially when like you have people walking around the park and I get so embarrassed. Like it get to the point where I would like stop breathing, or like, you know, try to stop making the noises. Like I'm like, and then somebody's like passing me, and I'm like, act cool. But in the inside, I was like dying, like tap out. But yeah, yeah. Don't be like that. Don't be like me. If you're tired, definitely don't feel embarrassed about, you know, running out of breath. It's natural. It's a normal thing. So, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna end this now because if I don't, I'm gonna be yammering again about random subjects, and then it's gonna be, next thing I know, it's gonna be 3 o'clock in the morning, which I've done before. I don't remember if it was a live stream here on Facebook or on YouTube, or if it was on Facebook. That I just started talking random stuff, and next thing I know, it was 3 a.m. So, anyways, again, Rebecca, and to the other two viewers, thank you for hanging out with me. I'm gonna be doing live again tomorrow. Definitely. Well, I'm not gonna promise, but definitely the, what do you call that? Conversation is related to what I'm doing, not about running or anything like that. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, just leave a comment down below. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I know your time is precious, so I appreciate you guys hanging out and listening to me, especially you, Rebecca. You've been you've been there for what now, an hour and a half. But yeah, good night and good luck to your new adventure in life. If you can, please update me. I'd like to know where, if you end up working at or trying the post office and stuff like that. But yeah, so I'll see you guys around. Bye bye. I'm gonna stop this. Oh, where do you go? Right here. Bye.